As an artist, it can be easy to get caught up trying to conform to certain standards or expectations of what art should look like. But I believe that true creativity and originality comes from ignoring these traditional ideals and allowing yourself to be true to your own unique style and vision. It's always been hard for me to conform to society's rules, standards, and expectations. This was a quality that I was once ashamed of, wondering to myself, why is it so hard for me to be like everyone else? Why can't I just be normal? My resistance to do what I was told and follow my own path started as early as I can remember, far before I became an artist. Now, I grew up in the 90s, okay? So things weren't as progressive as they are today. Everyone, and I mean everyone, and their mother was like, if you're a girl, you're supposed to be into Barbies and makeup and wear dresses. But all I wanted to do was hang out with the guys from Stand By Me and go on an adventure and search for a dead body.
There he is! I see him! Look! Look, over there! I see him! I see him!
Somewhere under those bushes was the rest of Ray Brower.
Yikes. For Christmas, I would ask for things like OxyClean and the Food Saver. You know, the magical vacuum sealing machine from those infamous late night commercials.
I've locked in the freshness with the Food Saver.
Yeah.
You've locked in the air.
Yes please, sign my 8-year-old ass up. And makeup? No thanks. The thought of sticking a pencil anywhere near my eye made me quiver with fear. We were told, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a job. In elementary school, I faked sick majority of the time so I could stay home and watch cooking shows.
That's right! Bam! Just like that! Bam!
And HGTV.
Do you think that this room is going to be functional for your family?
I think so.
And of course, those famous infomercials that I had previously mentioned. Having ADHD made it exceptionally hard for me to focus in class, which ultimately led to poor grades and essays filled with doodles instead of, well, words that, formed essays. To top it all off, when I was 16, I dropped out of high school, which back then pretty much labeled you as a burnt-out degenerate. And, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was a burnout. But by no means was I degenerate. I'll tell you that much. And deep down, I always knew that, I had my own unique way of doing things. And that if I worked hard, it would eventually pay off. What was once something I considered a setback is now something I fully embrace as one of my greatest attributes. My ability to say, fuck the rules, I'll do what I want. This attitude is pretty hard to shake. It follows me in every aspect of my life. It is something that is just ingrained into me as an individual, which is probably why it bled into the way I make and think about art, and the rules that have been laid down for us to follow. Art has the power to inspire, challenge, and provoke. It can push boundaries and question societal norms. The importance of breaking the rules when it comes to art lies in its ability to push the limits of what is considered acceptable or traditional. By breaking rules, artists can create something truly unique and thought-provoking, rather than simply following established conventions. Having never gone to art school left me with some disadvantages, but I'd say, in the grander scheme of things, it has left me with the ultimate advantage of not letting other people's opinions affect the way I make and why I make my art. There are a few aspects of my approach that most art institutions and classically trained artists have strong opinions against. For one, I prefer working with student-grade acrylics over artist-grade. I have painted with both, and when it comes down to it, I achieve the look I desire when I use student-grade as opposed to artist acrylics. Simple as that. Student-grade acrylics have come a long way, and I honestly do not understand the bad rap art universities give them. Ultimately, the choice between student grade and artist grade acrylics comes down to personal preference and the needs for an artist. Some artists may prefer the quality and greater color range of artist grade paints, while others may find that student grade paints work well for their purposes. I outline all the subjects in my work with a black outline. I've had many teachers comment on my use of black outline, saying it can be harsh and make the image appear flat. But you know what? Maybe that's the look I'm going for, okay, sister? So, shh. And you know what? I don't really agree with that. I find it helps the subject stand out and have a lot of impact stylistically. So, there you go. Oh, and this one. Artist statements. Ugh. Why does everything have to mean something, you know? Sometimes shit just doesn't need to mean anything. You could just do it because you find something beautiful, or cute, or ugly, or whatever else you find it, you know? It doesn't have to be like so deep. Art can serve different purposes for different artists, and not all artists aim to convey a specific message or meaning through their work. Some create art purely for aesthetic or expressive reasons, while others use it as a means of self-expression or to capture emotions. In either case, the significance of art is subjective and can be interpreted in various ways by different individuals. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that doing things the way you're supposed to do them doesn't automatically mean that you will find success. What works well for others may not work as well for you, and it's important to find what works best for you personally. Following your instinct and breaking rules can also lead to personal growth and development. By taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone, you are able to learn and grow as an individual. You may discover new talents or interests that you never knew you had. In conclusion, breaking the rules in art is essential for the growth and evolution of the art world. It allows artists to create something truly unique and thought-provoking. Thank you for listening.
Bam! You can just give it one bam like that.